justice now! Pass justice now! Pass justice now! Pass justice now!
And we've been supporting the JASTA bill to get at the truth of 9/11, but also stop the support for terrorism today, which we know is continuing under Obama, which began under Cheney and Bush. So obviously the implications of suing the Saudis is big. It means bringing down the whole war faction that's using geopolitics and terrorism to run the world.
President Obama has vowed to veto the Justice Against Sponsors of Terrorism Act. Why do you think he's pledged to veto the bill?
I think he literally does not have an ounce of humanity in him. He certainly does not deserve to be the president of a country that stands for the idea of justice and a constitution. You know, the 9/11 Commission made clear that there were reasons that they were implicating people associated with the Saudi government.
We all know that 15 or 16 of the people who went into the towers and flew those planes, they had Saudi passports and Saudi visas. So we want to hold the state of the country of Saudi Arabia accountable 15 years later, and we have no justice. And that's what we're looking for. We really want justice.
And what would be your message to President Obama, who has publicly said he plans to veto the bill?
I ask President Obama to please sign this bill. We have waited a long time for final justice for our loved ones. If both houses pass this unanimously, he should have no problem. He should sign this bill now. Stand with the American people and sign this bill now.
It is not a Saudi Arabian bill. All this bill does is say any nation that we find culpable for a terrorist attack on U.S. soil that kills U.S. citizens could be held accountable in a U.S. court. It's just that the 9/11 families would be the first people to benefit from this legislation once it's passed. But moving forward, it is available to anyone. Hopefully there won't be more terrorist attacks like 9/11. But then the path for justice would be paved if justice is passed.
And Saudi Arabia says they had nothing to do with 9/11, that the terrorists who were involved acted on their own, the hijackers. What would be your response to that and how that fits into this bill?
Well, I say, why are you fighting the Justice Against Sponsors of Terrorism Act so much? Why are you lobbying here? Why are you spending millions of dollars in our halls of Congress intimidating and trying to strong-arm our legislative process? If you had nothing to do with 9/11, show up in the courtroom, we'll show our evidence, and you can argue it. That's what JASTA does. It gives us the opportunity to go into a courtroom and have this aired out. And we want that very much. We don't know why they would fight this bill. It's an American bill. It's for American citizens. It has nothing to do with them.
We are convinced that Saudi Arabia, through financing, supported the hijackers living in the United States. We have proof of that. For a well-planned attack like that, there's no way these individuals could have pulled that off without some financing directly from Saudi Arabia.